Have you ever done anything a little bit cheeky during an interview and actually had it work out? I said the most ridiculous statement during my last interview, and I believe it was what ultimately got me the spot. So the first question that comes to mind, or should come to mind, is what gives me the right to make this claim that it was this ridiculous statement that won me the interview? And all I have to say is, it worked. The next question: am I an interview expert? No. Am I a hiring manager that conducts hundreds of interviews annually so I can speak from my great ocean of experience? No. Simply put, I think of myself as the ultimate 80th percentile person. I know just enough to be dangerous, but I am not at such a high level that I am unrelatable. And I hated that aspect of high school. They bring in this professional who has 8 years of college, 2 degrees, 20 years of work experience to speak to a bunch of 15 and 16-year-old kids who are without any life experience. That's not relatable. They, as a working professional, do not know what someone 30 years younger is going through. Man, they didn't even have cell phones by the time they got out of college. Well, I can say that I feel the struggle of interviews, and I'm here to offer what I've found to work for me and others I have spoken with. I remember my first few interviews being intimidating. It was something I was not looking forward to. But without doing the interviews, there was no way to get where I wanted to go. So it was time to man up and make it happen. After going through a few professional interviews, I developed a process that helped me a lot. Where did I start? Like anything else, a good interview starts with preparation. You need to have a resume, a one-page resume. In college, there was a gal who was, I think, an Olympic shot putter, was helping students build a resume. She said, "I am an Olympic athlete. I have a long-standing resume. Mine is one page. Yours can be also." I said, one page it is. That is great advice, regardless of how many accolades or job positions. Keep it to one page. References. You need 2 to 3, maybe more if the specific application requires it, but 2 to 3 references, non-relatives. Even if you worked for a family member, probably not best to have them as a reference. Research the company you are applying for. You want to know the company values, know their mottos, know what they stand for, know what their ultimate goal is. Know the job description, know what you're applying for. Know management. This is a tough one. Try to find out who's going to be interviewing you, find out what their job is, and find out how their role relates to the role you are applying for. Are you going to work under them on a daily basis, or is this an HR hiring manager who you're never going to see again? Try and find out what you can about all of these things to give you somewhat of an advantage going in. Feel free to ask around. Ask friends that may work at the company. Ask current employees. I interviewed for one graduate program where the secretary actually set up the entire interview day. She was a total boss, incredibly organized. Everybody did what she said, and man, we ran minute by minute through an all-day event. It was unbelievable. But she was really good about telling us what to expect when we got there, what to expect during the interviews, how many people were going to be in on the interviews, that we would be by ourselves in the interviews. She couldn't speak specifically to the questions that we would be asked, but she certainly gave great insight as to how many interviews, how long they would last. It was amazing. It was worth its weight in gold. Really nice gal. And I think appearance also comes in with preparation. We'll touch again on this in a minute, but we need to clean up social media accounts. We don't want anything that shouldn't be out there, anything that's less professional, unprofessional, illegal. Get that stuff out. Not appropriate. They will go through your social media accounts, all of them, not just Facebook, They'll go through Twitter, Instagram, the whole shebang, all of them. And try not to make them just private, because they know they can see you on there. And if not, they will look for someone who does have access to your account. Right? One way or another, they're going to get access. They're going to find out what's on there. And the higher, more public position that you're applying for, the greater scrutiny that your social media accounts and your image in general will undergo, because public image is everything. It's crucial. So with that being said, you need your image to be looking good. You need a fresh haircut. Guys, shave, trim the beard, whatever you want. It needs to look crisp. It needs to look clean. Clothes, wash, iron. Pressing's kind of old school, but press and starch, to each their own. Shoes, get the scuffs off them, clean them, polish them, whatever kind of shoes you have. YouTube's out there. It can tell you how to do all this stuff. It's pretty awesome. You need to look your best. Another one that I have personally experienced is cleaning your vehicle when you show up, before you show up, because they're going to check it when you show up. So the theory there is they're going to go out to the parking lot when you're in one of your interviews. They're going to take a look at your car. If you keep your personal domain, your car, dirty, a wreck, a mess, untidy, if it looks like you live out of the back seat, they will make the assumption that that's how you will treat their facilities. Maybe you'll even treat their facilities worse, because people generally value their own things more than shared items. So an untidy car is not going to work in your favor. Keep it clean. Doesn't take that long. Might go a long way. Might get you the job. You never know.